And online with us, our guest, whom we've been talking it up all morning, ready to introduce Doctor of Nursing, Rosemary Lewis, to our audience. Welcome, Dr. Lewis.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Do you know how long have you been living away from Jamaica?
It's actually 40 years, but the thing is, I have migrated from Jamaica 40 years, but I have never left Jamaica.
You know,
Jamaica in your heart.
I'm tempted to say that you left Jamaica before you were born. When
She,
I look at the pictures, yes.
she left in her
Oh
mother.
my God. Oh my
Traveled in your mother.
God.
So, well, let's start with the Jamaica that you have never left. Where in Jamaica did you hail from?
I hail from the cool parish of Manchester,
Well, I
a
tell you,
little district.
yes.
Yes, a little district named Malton, Robbins Hall, near Colville, Christiana, Devon,
Oh,
Shudley, in that vicinity
okay,
there.
that's actually close to my neck of the woods. Yeah,
Clarendon?
Saint Anne.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, we're neighbors.
All right, good, because
Yeah.
Lorimer's and
Yes.
Wild Cane, and then you get a little bit
Yes,
further down
man.
the hill, and you're in Mount Moriah, which is where I'm from.
Yes.
So we're country girls
Yeah,
together
cool.
immediately.
Oh, yes. Yeah, a proud country girl.
All you need to do now is tell me you're left-handed, and then we'd be twins.
Um, that's the gift I never got because, that's a special gift now with the brain.
Yes, well, you're just the
Yeah.
one to talk about the brain with us because you are in the medical field. What have you been
Yes.
doing?
I started out as an LPN, a licensed practical nurse. Then I moved myself up to a registered nurse, associate degree, after which I did my bachelor's
Mm-hmm.
and moved on to my master's. I did two masters, one in nursing and one in education, and that could not contain me. And also did a master's in family nurse practitioner and then specialized in mental health and psychiatric disorder. And I have completed my doctoral degree at the infamous University of Miami.
Mhm.
Great school.
Mhm.
And in that process, I worked up to my professorship from an assistant professor to now an associate professor of pathophysiology and pharmacology. So I
Pharmacology.
came up,
Excellent.
yes, yeah, I came up the ladder, so I know what it is to
I
move from
mean,
one stage to the
yes,
next.
from a
Mhm.
licensed practical nurse. I mean, the only thing you left out was nurse's aid.
I
Mm.
tried some of it, but I was
So,
not the bedside person. I was more
so
into education
yeah, so you've worked at every level really in your
at
field,
every level,
excelled at it,
every
and
level.
moved up. For
Yes.
your why did your family leave Jamaica?
I left Jamaica because I was looking for greener pastures. And I also left Jamaica because I wanted to help my family. I wanted a better life for them.
So it seems as if you left as a young adult.
Yes, then if I tell you how long I've left Jamaica, they'll tell you
You,
when I
you,
left, you're going to calculate my age, but
I
it's okay.
well, let me tell you, that could only be a blessing because, as Lowell said, the
Yes.
pictures that we are seeing.
I'm telling you. I've seen the picture here with a beautiful
so
view.
so your decision to leave was really not prompted by external circumstances. You left really to fulfill dreams that you had of a more personal
Yes.
and family based nature.
Yes.
Did you
Yeah.
live
This is
alone
this
or
is yeah. I left. This is how it went.
yes?
I left Jamaica before I was 21. I remember 21 is the age of adulthood then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In the United States, then it was 18, but in Jamaica it was 21. So
Mhm.
the same year, that I decided to leave Jamaica. I had actually left before because I was always born a leader, always see things as not being dictatorial, but taking charge of situations. So I took charge of the 4-H club.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a junior leader, then the senior leader. And in that interim, the opportunity came
To travel.
where I needed.
To travel? Did you have an opportunity to travel through Forage?
To represent Jamaica in the St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands,
yes.
St. John, St. Thomas, and St. Croix.
One of my favorite places.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So I had my passport on me.
Mm-hmm.
I prepared my passport. I didn't know how I had the knowledge to do that, but I had my passport. And so that was mixed with similar to the school challenge quiz. And I won for Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, God bless his name, Patrick Hoshing, he won for Kingston. So both of us were chosen then to represent St. Croix because there was an inaugural service for the president of the first university over there. So that's how I got the opportunity to go to St. Croix using the U.S. visa.
Yeah.
But I did come back to Jamaica, yeah, because I was teaching then as a pre-trained teacher. And so when I got back to Jamaica, I taught for a year and decided from what I have seen, I realized that life was a little bit easier. So I took the challenge that I was coming to the United States to take care of my family. So when I got here, someone told me that I could have converted my visa into student visa, and then I would do law because law is what I really wanted to do. But the circumstance presented itself. But when I got through, when I did the LSAT and passed it very high, we had just bought our second home. And so I was told that I could only work 17 hours per week. And I could not do that to my family because my family is always first. So I decided, I decided to go to medical.
I noticed you were saying I, and then suddenly you said we. So somewhere between arriving in the US, you got married, or did you leave Jamaica married?
Yes. We got married here in the US. We knew each other from Jamaica.
From Jamaica.
But the Dolly House started here.
Okay, Dolly House still exists. Did you find what you were looking for? Because I'm just intuiting from your opening comments that you did not see a good life that could look after you and family in Jamaica, so you left. Did you find that opportunity in the US? And
how long
did it take?
Have I found that prosperity? Yes, I did. And it took over time, and it was incremental. It was very purposeful. It is fulfilling. And it has not been a job. It has been a vocation that pays me. Because when you do a job, you're looking exchange for money. But when you do your vocation, you are providing for people and yourself as well. But you see the satisfaction that you give to people that makes you want to get up and go to
keep
work.
Going.
And at the end of the day, you think, oh my goodness, it's time to go home already. You have to feel that joy. You have to feel that spirit within you. You have to find something that makes you smile. And I'm not saying that every day is going to be good.
A walk in the park. So you've entered our sweet spot now when you begin to talk about abundant life and finding satisfaction in living to your purpose. Because when you say vocation, you're talking about calling and purpose, and those are God words. Purpose. So now you got to tell me, was the faith always there? Did it emerge out of suffering? How did your faith get to the point where you could find that abundant life?
It came from a place of accepting people, loving people. You do something for people and help them to grow, to nurture them.
Mm-hmm.
and you're not selfish with what God has given to you. I've always had a purpose in life. It's an assignment, really,
Yes.
that God has given to me, that no matter what it is that you do in life, you are going to help to propel the next person. And as you do for yourself, you are going to lift as you climb. You're not going to leave the next person there. You're going to take them with you. And so that's why I pray that God will allow me to do things in my path that I could allow the next person to be a better version of themselves. And that I am going to pour into someone where I am going to make them better today than I have found them yesterday.
You know, you
That's my calling.
yeah, you speak like that, and this is the phrase that pops into my mind: God revealed. Because
Yes.
it sounds as if God revealed himself to you through your service to
Mm-hmm.
others. That as you watch people
Yes.
grow, as you watch them be blessed by what you're doing, you began to
Mm-hmm.
see God. So, what does he look like?
He is powerful. He is powerful, but I have never seen his face. I see more of the silhouette,
The
the
silhouette.
side view.
Yes.
Yes, the side view. And he is not skinny, you know. He's not overweight, but he's not skinny.
Well, he's perfect.
And yes, he's perfect. Yes. And his hair
Mm-hmm.
is ruffled backwards, 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 always having the star,
So when you
always
talk
having the
about
star.
that the hair looking, when you say ruffled, what I see is movement. God is on the move.
Yes, yes,
And you
yes,
see that you see that in the shape of him, that he's not standing
yeah,
still and waiting. So he's not waiting on
yes.
man to do. Really,
Mm-mm.
if you don't carry your weight, someone else will fill the slot. And you say the staff,
Definitely.
this is the protective
Yes,
God. How have you been protected
yes,
in your place of I'm going to say exile because that is the language of the morning, the
yes.
diaspora, whether it is self-imposed exile or imposed by other forces. But how did you find him protecting you in your new country?
He has always been sending a guiding angel. He has always allowed people to come in my path who would pour into me. And I think one of the reasons for that is God sees my heart and knows that when someone pours into me, or situation would present itself that would pour into me, that my intention is to pour back into someone and to
Multiplied
pay
for
it
others.
forward.
You know,
Yes, yes.
as I
Hmm.
listen to you, the words comes to my mind. Faith in
Yeah.
action.
Faith in
Faith in
action.
action.
Oh,
Yes, that's what
so
comes to me.
appropriate.
Yes.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it take me to the point where here you are living in the United States for 40 years and
Yes.
you have a passion for this country, our country,
Burning passion.
Jamaica. Tell us about that.
My story really began years ago when I visited, sorry, when I visited my district. I looked at the people with whom I grew up,
Mm.
and some of them I understand it's two different lifestyle, but people in Jamaica who are in a position to work and take care of themselves better. Yeah, they look good. But I did notice that there were a few people that I know could have present better. And I started to wonder, what was it? Some of
Yes.
them looked older than me. We went to school together. And there were other people too who were older than me then, that they looked much older. And I just saw where health was something that could be optimized.
Yes.
Yes.
Some of them were sick. Some of them were sick, not at their optimal best. And I had a few talks with them.
Yes.
And I looked at them and I said, God, Rose, you have to change this trajectory, but I can only do it through God. I got back to the United States. I conferred with Dr. Nuso, a real nice physician. He's married, he's African, married to my cousin, Jamaican.
Yes.
And I said, we need to take a medical trip to Jamaica every year so that we can help to optimize the status, the health status, bring my people to a higher level. And funny enough, one of the pastors, Pastor White, he said to me, actually, they were here 2 years ago. So do not reinvent the wheel, just partner with them. And that's how I got to partner with them, because I didn't know that they had actually gone. And once we got together, it was history. And every year since then, for the past 8 years, with the exception now when COVID clipped our wings, yes. But we are getting ready to move again.
So what's the name of this project?
It is the Chijan. But under me, it is Rose's Garden of Hope Foundation. That's my nonprofit. Yes.
Okay. Roses and does it only operate in your community, or it's a national project?
It's international. It's international.
So when it comes to Jamaica, is it open to all Jamaicans, or it's just in a particular community? Oh, so
all Jamaican.
So when are you coming? When next will you be here?
God's willing, we'll be there March of next year.
March 2023. Well, and I'm sure in due course you would share with us how persons can be connected, whether it is
Most
to benefit
definitely.
or to support the project.
Yes. So far, we have gone to Kingston, Maypen, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and a couple places well in Manchester, Bryce, Pike. Robbins Hall.
My mother's people are from Pike.
Yes.
What are the kinds of services that are offered when they come?
We have services for children where we would assess them, and after we have found their diagnosis, we would take medication for them. That would be appropriate. Yes. And the same thing for adults too. The year before COVID, we had an orthopedic specialist, and he deals with joints and rheumatoid arthritis.
So it's a full body joints. It's not just mental health care.
No.
It's whatever the health status is. It's total care.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, total health care. My other side of it is total healthcare services and wellness. Right. So I look after the total person.
Yes, we would not want to let you go without you telling us a little bit of what you are doing in the diaspora.
Okay. So for those of us who are listening to me and you have heard the word diaspora, it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't mean anything. You do not know what it fully means. Let me tell you real quickly. The diaspora, it's a group of people who are not living in their born land. For instance, the Jamaican diaspora. That includes all Jamaicans who are not living in Jamaica. The heaviest concentration of the diaspora, Jamaican diaspora, they're the UK, Canada, and the United States, here in North America. So let me talk about North America because that's where I live. North America is divided into 3 sections. The Midwest, which would include California, is now managed by Miss Shauna Chin. The Northeast, which would include New York, New Jersey, is managed by Dr. Karen Dunkley. And here in the Southern region, it is managed by Dr. Alan Cunningham, who is not seeking re-office in December. Thus, the opportunity for the candidates now to vie for that region.
Yes.
That region, include the 13 southern states. And the 13 southern states are Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North and South Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and New Mexico.
The heart of
So,
old slave ownership.
So I am currently the first two-term and sitting president for the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern United States, JADIAS. So I am saying I am already working and managing these 13 Southern United States, collaborate among the states. So I want to take it a step higher by going globally. So when I go globally, I do not operate only among the states, but I take it to Jamaica and I will advise the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade the needs of the people. And we want to develop a deeper engagement and interaction between us in the diaspora and Jamaica.
So the global organization will cover the Jamaican diaspora in the UK and Canada, not just the United States. When you say you want to take it global, yes, okay.
Okay, globally, yes, not just among the states.
Right.
But
so,
even though we're globally, we're in sections. I am in the southeast section.
Understood. When are the elections?
The elections, at this point, registration is going on and it is extended. So election registration will go until the 31st of this month. And then, God's willing, January 10th to January 27th will be the election.
Well.
And now, now the general website to register, it's actually GLOJAM Councils, COUNCILS.com. However, if you use my website, rosemarylewis.com, that's it.
And you mean we can vote?
If we have a vote, we'd give it to you. I have a feeling, Dr. Lewis, that we are going to be speaking with you during the period of your inauguration. Please ensure that the Morning Connection, ensure that the Morning Connection is invited.
Yes,
to celebrate your ascension to that high office. It is done. It is done. And why I say it with such confidence is because we have been laying a platform here on the Morning Connection for deepening and really elevating the nature of the engagement between Jamaica and her diaspora to be in alignment with the word of God in Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Please read it. I read it before you came on the program. And Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm gonna send you off. We've gone over the break, but you're well worth it. I know that the producer is beside me now. So I know he will forgive me. We're giving you. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Although I sent them far away among the nations and scattered them among the countries, yet for a little while I have been a sanctuary for them in the countries where they have gone. Therefore say, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will gather you from the nations and bring you back from the countries where you have been scattered. And I will give you back the land of Jamaica again. You will return to it and remove all its vile images and detestable idols. I will give you an undivided heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you a heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh.
Thus said the
My
Lord.
goodness.
Thus says the Lord.
Do you know what my initiatives are?
Tell me.
It will be about health.
Well, heart of
digital
flesh.
Leadership.
Heart of
crime.
Flesh.
Yes.
Education and economy.
Well, I bless you,
And hopefully
Rosemary
justice
Lewis,
is in there.
daughter of Jamaica.
Jesus. Mm,
And I tell you, if you claim the prophecy of Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16, there is no stopping you.
Jesus.
We bless you.
And oh my God. And the thing is, before anything else, I am not perfect, but I walk in his will. And
Yes.
I am his daughter. I'm anointed.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ.
Yes.
and he's not ashamed of you.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, my darling.
And yes.
We're going to let you go.
know, I think this is part one.
Yes.
This is part
This
one.
is part one. Part two
And we
will be.
certainly will remain in touch with you.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes.
we look
Yeah.
forward to the good news. You
Mhm.
know, and certainly when your feet are on this soil, let us touch base again. All right. So this is
Definitely.
a
All right.
journey, and this is just the beginning.
All right. So,
I am truly humbled.
thank you very, very much. We love you. We don't
Thank
want to
you.
go. And you caused me to prophesy on radio. So,
Oh my goodness.
I know when
Yes,
it's
yes,
happening
yes.
because it's so emotional, and I
Yeah.
just really had to do that with you this morning. So God bless
Oh
you
my
on the
goodness.
journey.
Thank
It
you.
really does not matter. You gotta go with the three Hebrew boys. They say, "I know my God can do this," and if He chooses not to, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what
Mhm.
road faces you next.
Mhm.
It will be the right and perfect road, and we shall meet.
Mhm.
We will
Yes,
meet.
and I live in his promises.
Yes, they're true.
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
Have a
let's take
blessed
the
day.
break
Thank you so
now.
very much.
You're
Have a
most
blessed day,
welcome.
and may the Lord be praised.
Every
Always
time.
glory.
May he be praised.
All right.
Amen.
Blessings.
Mhm.